What is going on, my YouTube family? Happy Tuesday, right? So, what am I on here for? Just because. I don't know, y'all. Today is one of them days. We family, right? I'm supposed to be able to lean on y'all when I need to vent. Y'all gonna listen to me. Please, if you don't mind. Today was one of them days. I really been having these thoughts, and these thoughts are that I had to roll up the window, turn this air on. These thoughts are that I'm tired of working so hard. I really am. For y'all that don't know, I work in a factory. It's hands-on, pulling, pushing, standing on your feet, 8 to 12 hours a day. Did 10 a day. And it can be a lot on the body. And I was talking to my wife last night, and I was talking to her about not feeling free. And I was telling her, like, if the rest of my life could be like my marriage. And when I mean the rest, I mean like as far as like finances, not feeling, bogged down or whatever. But if the rest of my life could be like my marriage, I'd be all right. I'd be more than all right. And I know that most of us in America are raised to do what you gotta do to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you want to go to this job? Not really. But do you need the money? Yes, really. So you don't have no choice but to go do what you gotta do. And that's cool. I know the Bible says, I don't know the scripture by heart, but if a man doesn't work, he doesn't deserve to eat. And that's understandable. But I'd rather work smarter, not harder. And in that equation of trying to figure out what is the easier way, there lies the problem. Excuse me, y'all. But, yeah. There lies the problem. Trying to find an easier way. So I think to myself, like, you could hustle, when I mean hustle, like, I don't care if it's selling candy bars or whatever. Any income is better than no income. Old cat at my old job used to say, an and is better than a nan. So it's better to add something to it than not add nothing at all. But, the hustles like that are slow and tedious. And a lot of times you end up spending the money because the money's coming so slow. And these bills don't slow down. Bills got one speed, and they coming every month. But I don't know. It gets it's redundant. If you're not doing something that you love, or you're not working around people that you love working around, work can drag on. You can feel like you're there all day. And I thank God for a job, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It's like I don't feel free, and I don't feel fulfilled. And it's a problem. And I think that's a problem that a lot of us face around the world, and I know especially here in America, you know, even though it's the land of opportunity, sometimes them opportunities, I'm not gonna say they don't come for everybody, but everybody don't know how to take the advantage of it being a land of opportunity. You may not know what to do for a side hustle, how to make extra money. It's not like when you were a kid, they would say, oh, go rake leaves, go cut somebody's grass, go shovel snow. I mean, you can still do those things, but if you are already working hard and then you get off work and your feet hurt, your back hurt, hands hurt, excuse me, I don't know. What do you do? I don't have the answer. I mean, in a movie scene, I would come up with this fantastic product that I have for sale and everybody wants it, and I become a multi-millionaire overnight. But I'm not saying that it happens, but 9 times out of 10 in real life it don't. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, excuse me. And I'm not miserable by far, but there's always a thought in my mind, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. How do I get my more? How do I get to the next level? And I have tried. I've tried different hustles over the years. At one time, I had my own commercial cleaning company, and that went well for 3 years. For 3 years I had it. I was bringing in an additional $35,000 a year, which was some people's salary in a year, and I was good. It lasted 3 years before some racial things went on with that somebody that didn't want me to have a contract, I believe it was, to me, the way I saw it. And after that, I kind of lost my, the thrill was gone, baby. The thrill was gone. That working, pushing yourself like that and not being able to relax or whatever, that thrill was gone. And I still haven't picked it. I don't even know if I haven't picked it up yet, or it's the fact that I haven't found something that would replace that company. Because, when you're in the cleaning business, it's demanding. I was told like a long time ago, there's money in dirt. Because somebody's always gonna dirty something up, but it ain't too many people that want to clean it up. So it's money in dirt. And it was like, well, what do I go to my next venture? And what I did was I made money from my job to put money into a business to buy into a franchise. Now, I won't even say the franchise name because in the long run, they were not good for me. When I stopped making money for them, less than a couple of months, they tossed me to the side. But for 3 years, I was good as long as I was bringing that money in. But I took money from the job to start the cleaning service. I didn't take money from the cleaning service to start another business. That was the problem. So, the only thing that I could see myself putting my heart into or going hard in the paint would be a restaurant, a bar, like a jazz bar or something like that that sold food, or maybe a bakery or something. All those things take money. I started the cleaning service, I would say, for under $4,000. And that was to start cleaning supplies. You had to buy that company's cleaning supplies. You pick the package you want, and then they would supply you whatever package you Whatever package you had would get you that much a month. They had to guarantee you that much a month. So, you know, and I feel for people that are making it check to check. My cousin made a joke. He said, I'm moving up. I went from check to check to direct deposit to direct deposit. So, and I feel him, like a lot of us are out here struggling, and you putting your best foot forward. And the only answer that I can come up with, you know, besides trying to find something to sell on the side, and I'm not talking about drugs and nothing, I'm just talking about, you know, candy, bracelets, whatever it can be. I know it sounds childish, but when you work in a plant or whatever, people buy all types of things. The only other thing I can tell you is make sure you take time out to enjoy life. I don't care what it is you have to sacrifice to make sure that you're able to go on a trip, or even a picnic to the park, you know, something. And I don't know. I'm dumbfounded, and I'm praying for ideas. I'm praying for a way, because I want to feel free. And a lot of you, those that have been watching the channel, y'all know what I mean by free. You know, I really want to move out of the country. I want to move to Africa. I want to live off the land. I want to live off the grid. You know, I want to live, you know, I want animals and, you know, a bigger garden and things like that. But that takes money. So the only thing I could do is make me, you know, an end of the year plan. And then after that, I make me a year plan for that. But it's all planned for a 5-year plan to try to get myself in a position where I got enough money where I can make moves to make more money. And then to make more money, but not really. Once in my 5-year plan is I would love to retire and retire my wife within the next 5 years. You know, somebody would say that's impossible. How are you gonna do that, God? What DJ Khaled say? I can't believe they didn't believe in us. They didn't believe in us. God did. Another one. Another one. No, I ain't messing with y'all. I know we all want to be happy. Can you imagine not worrying about bills at all? Not worrying, like, car note due, insurance due, light bill, gas bill too. If you didn't have to worry, if it wasn't a thought. And I wouldn't want to be rich to just blow money. That wouldn't be my stilo. My stilo would be get rich, stay rich, and pass it down to my children. I would also, you know, when I get my money, you have some people that get a charity and things like that. I wouldn't want to be one of those people that give to charity and you just writing a check. You know, I would like to get out and get my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out to those people that need it. As I'm telling myself now, I watch a lot of videos, and in these videos, they have, okay, like somebody will be on the street and a person will just walk up to them and hand them an envelope, and it'll have an empowering or uplifting note with it and $100. Now, I ain't at the point where I can hand out 100. You know, I could, but that would be a sacrifice. But I'm at the point where I can maybe hand out a 20 with a note, and I want to do that. That will be the start of me, giving back. I do my little things already here and there, but I want to bless somebody like that. You know, nothing in return. Just keep going after I give it to them. But there's a part of me that just doesn't feel free. And I wanted to share that with y'all because maybe somebody else is feeling the same way. That everything around you is going good, but it's a part of you that just doesn't feel free. You don't feel free and you don't feel complete. And no matter what you reach for and obtain, it's not what you need to feel free. And I was telling my wife, you know, a lot of times we'll be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and we're looking for something. Other than watching video after video after video after video after video, we're looking for something. And usually what I do when I get to that point where I don't feel fulfilled, I'll go watch TD Jakes. I'll go on YouTube, look up TD Jakes, the latest message, and I'll watch. And I'll really listen and try to draw from the message. And that's a different fulfillment, because that's me getting fed by the Lord. That's me getting fed the word. But this feeling of not being free, it's almost like captivity. Like I'm stuck in this humdrum, day in, day out, go to work, come home, take a shower, blah, blah, blah. Go to work, come home, take a shower, blah, blah, blah. Now, every day ain't blah. You know, I get to spend time with my wife, baby girl. Me and the wife go out for dinner, and I enjoy these things. But I work more than I enjoy life. I try to go to work and, you know, laugh and crack jokes, and I'm, you know, the guy that tries to get everybody laughing or whatever. But lately, I haven't been wanting to be that guy. Lately, I've been wanting to withdraw, because when you interact with a lot of people, you deal with a lot of personalities. You deal with a lot of unstable personalities that you never know where these people are going to come from. You never know what you may say that will trigger a person. The smallest thing that you think is petty and trivial can set somebody off. Or whatever it may be, start an argument. So lately at work, I've just decided to pull back. And I mean, some people say, well, that's not you. You know, you keep us, you know, you laugh, you blah, blah, blah. Sometimes those people that pour into you, that vessel gets empty. And they get tired of pouring. I've met some good people in my 12 plus years of being on this job. I've met some people that I hope that we continue to stay in contact for the rest of our lives. Even if it's for a 5-minute conversation or a text on how you doing, how's life. You have a good one. And there are people that, honestly, I don't ever need to see again in my life. I don't wish them no harm, but we just ain't cut like that. And then there are people that I've allowed in because it's a privilege to be part of my circle or within me. When I say circle, I don't mean like, oh, this person is in my circle, this person. What I mean, me. When I let you in, if I show you love, number one, don't ever think that I'm being a fool or gullible or whatever. I do what's on my heart and I give from the heart. And I don't want nothing in return but the same respect. And a lot of people can't deal with that. They're willing to receive respect and somewhat of a, I don't know if you want to call it a friendship or just a mutual respect, but they don't know how, they can take it, but they don't know how to give it. And then that's where the problem lies. And then when you check the person on this, now it's a problem. You know. So I draw back. I talk to certain people. And I leave it at that. Because one thing that I've learned, and this may sound selfish, but in my 47 years, I've learned that the more people in your life, the more heartache you're going to have. And you know how I learned this? I learned this from my grandmother. Not because she told me, but because I watched her. And my grandmother was a minister. My grandmother knew a lot of people. But when you know a lot of people and a lot of people are in your lives, you're going to go through a lot of hurt. She went to a lot of funerals. A lot of funerals. Because the older you get, these people die. The older you get, more people you get betrayed. The older you get, things happen. What do you do? How long do you continue to put yourself on the front line? And I've learned to draw back. Everybody shouldn't get all of you. Everybody shouldn't get the best of you. Some people are not worthy of your best. Some people can't handle your best. Some people will be around you, laugh, joke, and everything, and really don't like you. And when they really don't like your shine. And when I say your shine, I'm not talking about the shine from your jewelry. I'm talking about the shine from the light that comes within you. They don't like it. They can't stand it. But when you put yourself out there, you leave yourself vulnerable to these people that don't mean you no good. And sometimes it can be a sneaky thing. Go on. What the fuck you want? It can be a sneaky thing. You don't even know how that person really is until a certain situation comes about. I mean, it'd be the perfect twist. You don't be thinking nothing, and then that person shows their true colors, and you like, ooh, who is you? I thought I knew you. No. You knew who they was when everything was good for them. You knew who they was as long as you was going according to they script. And when you come off script and you start doing things that they not comfortable with, even though they can do the things that you not comfortable with, and you be like, I'll let it go. No, I'll let it go. Now, the real them shows. And when a person shows you the real them, believe it. And over the last year, I've had several people show me the real them. And I know y'all, those that watch my videos, I made videos about, you know, people and their morals. Men ain't men no more. We getting different versions now. And when you're dealing with a lot of that, your best bet is to shut up. Shut up and back away. Because we have people that are talk tough. And then you have people that will take action. And when you know that you're the type of person that will take action once your buttons is pushed and you feel like you've been pushed in a corner or somebody is constantly coming after you, you're going to lose your job. And now that person has really got the best of you. And what I'm starting to see is, especially when you start getting a lot of new people at your job, new faces can bring new attitudes and old coworkers. You be like, oh, wow. Ooh, precious me. Where did you come from? And you'll be left with like, wow. Like, bro, where'd that come from? Sis, where'd that come from? I didn't know you. Yeah, I don't know. Now you walking around like you in a minefield, hoping you don't step on Katie Kaboom and lose a leg. So before I keep walking around on eggshells, thinking I'm in a minefield, I'd rather step back and leave mother alone. Just like that. And keep it moving. Because one thing that I do know, the less people you allow in, the less stress you have. Then I noticed there are people, a lot of people, that don't know how to communicate. Period. They don't know how to socialize. A lot of people don't know how to drive either. But a lot of people don't know how to socialize. A lot of people don't know how to give respect to get respect. A lot of people don't know how to reciprocate when it comes to good people. I know a lot of times, like my wife was telling me, the girls were at school and somebody asked them for how much, you know, they had some extra bottled waters. And somebody asked them, you know, how much for the water? And the girls told them, you know, you need a water, here. And said, the young man looked shook like, you just gonna give me? Like, yeah, people are not used to that no more, which is weird. When I was growing up, I'll never forget, it was a lady down the street. And anytime that I would be playing and come down to that end of her street, or I would be walking, going to the park or something, that lady would stop me. And she'd be like, oh, my black baby, come here, I got something for you. She would give me $1, $2, oranges, apples. You don't see that nowadays. People are really shocked when you give them something and you don't want nothing in return. I set up with a coworker one day and we talked about 7-Eleven, Slurpees, that type of thing. And I was like, yeah, I like the pina colada Slurpee. He was like, yeah, I like the Mountain Dew, whatever, mixed with such and such. So on that break, I went to 7-Eleven. When I shot over there, I grabbed him one, came back, and when I gave it to him, he was like, what's this? I'm like, Slurpee, remember you said you like? He was like, how much I owe you? I'm like, you don't owe me nothing. And for like 4 seconds, it was an awkward moment of him not understanding I just did something. I was out the kindness of my heart. That's who I am. I remember my mother's boyfriend telling me, "You're going to get hurt a lot in life." And I said, "Why you say that?" He said, "Because you wear your heart on your sleeve." And I told him, even at a younger age, I told him, if that's what God put in my heart, so be it. But I also know in the Bible, it says, guard your heart from which everything flows. Guard your heart from which everything flows. Because, I mean, when you think of the heart, even on Valentine's Day or whatever, is considered the same thing as love. If I give you my heart, I love you. If I tell you I love you, you got a piece of my heart. And the Bible says, guide thine heart from which everything flows. Now, we want to break it down to the physical. Your heart is, you don't have no heart. You ain't living. Your blood ain't pumping. Your heart ain't beating. You dead. When they go to check your pulse, if your heart ain't beating, you ain't gonna have no pulse. So guard your heart. Not only, we not talking about the physical, but we talking about something you can't touch it when they talk about the heart. Where that love comes from. And when we allow people in, I don't care if it's a coworker you talk to every day, and you telling this person all your deep dark secrets, and this person going to the next part of their job, they working with somebody else, and they telling the person your deep dark secrets, even though you thinking you can confide in them, you'll surely find out that person really don't look at you like you think they do. I've had times where I confide in somebody, and even though they didn't go tell my business, I always noticed that this certain person never told me none of their business. I had to pull back. There's a reason for that. Because obviously, they didn't trust me. You can't tell me, oh, that person ain't got no problems. No. They letting you know. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with pulling back. I'm not saying that you cut everybody off, but you have to pick it. You really have to be choosy with people that you deal with that are in your everyday life. Co-workers, neighbors, even certain, family members. Well, that's my ramble. Wasn't even sure when I started rambling if I was going to upload this video or just talk to get it off my chest on how I'm feeling. If y'all praying people, pray for me. I want to feel free. Debt free. I want my account to flow over. Ready for my overflow. And I pray that everybody out there finds their freedom. I pray that God blesses you with overflow. I pray that blessings rain down on you today. keep up the fight. Keep up the good fight. Keep giving it back. Keep paying it forward. Be blessed, y'all. Peace.